Alright, for me, Poison on the left side, I got the UMP-45 with high caps, 500 tactical shotgun with laser sight, Desert Eagle with high caps, frags, and smokes.
On the right, Acid, I have the P90 with the ACOG, the FAMAS with the ACOG, Desert Eagle with high caps, frags, and incendiaries.
I'm going to be doing co-op terrorist hunt on the convention center. Normal difficulty, high enemy density. 0 deaths. Alright.
On the right, if you notice the doors I just looked at, that's one way to go, but it's very hard, so we suggest running up the stairs.
And then here, I'm flanking left, he's flanking right. And I'm going to wait to kill this first guy till he's in position. And then that will be looking basically the wrong way when he goes in to kill him, and he can get a good jump. And then in that middle room, they'll probably come out there, but as soon as that guy comes out, there's probably going to be somebody behind you. So remember that. And you gotta turn around pretty quick and get the player 2 there to watch those windows in that room, because sometimes somebody else will come out. I can throw a nade down that corner. We're gonna revisit that part at the very end, so remember that. So once I'm down here and it's all clear, Acid is free to just check one more time, and he's gonna rappel into the next room.
I always look to the right when I'm rappelling down in case there's somebody there that we haven't seen.
Alright, then he's going to go into a little locker room kind of thing. And I'm going to get my smokes out, flank around behind this stage. He's going to wait for me to get into position so that, you know, it doesn't get triggered before somebody's ready, because if that does happen, it can really mess you up and get you killed. And, smoke in this corner. Clearing this room really easy. Usually there's more people than this, but you know it works the same either way.
And the people that I killed on the right screen are usually there, and there's usually one more person.
Just be careful going through that room. It can be really hard if you're not going really slow. And also check this computer room that I'm walking through, or control room, before you go to the right like I did, because sometimes there'll be somebody in there, and when you try to come back from there, that guy can jump you. So once again, check that room. I like to use thermals because it makes them easier to see. And then right here I'm going to throw another smoke, and that makes this section a whole lot easier. Then walk out, and I recommend throwing your smoke a little bit farther into this room than I did. It just makes it a little bit easier to hide.
The middle things that Acid is standing behind, the enemy can shoot through it. They usually don't. So just keep that in mind if you're hiding behind them. And always check back before going into the next room, because they can get behind you
very easily. Notice once again that I'm using 2 weapons that I pick up ammo for, because shotguns all use the same ammo, so you're basically always picking it up. And the UMP is a very good gun, and obviously you get ammo for it. And right here, just check your corners. And, usually there's somebody right there, and possibly in this next section. Then Acid is hiding back behind like a pillar, and that's a really good spot, because if I am where I am right now, they can't get behind him, and all he has to do is watch in front. But
and it's a really good idea to watch up top too. Just keep checking up there, because you do get up there
and remember, there's a couple places on this map where you really need to listen for people rappel at the top.
And this is definitely one of those rooms.
Yeah. Luckily they're not fast roping, so they're on the rappel for a longer time, making your job a whole lot easier. See, it's pretty tricky to get somebody when they're up there, but it's not hard at all for them to get you. So try not to let them get up there if you can. Also, at the end of this room, those 2 double doors, sometimes they'll open those. If they do, usually 2 or 3 people come through there, but it's not that big of a deal if they don't.
And watch this left corner in the room that we are in now, because there will usually be somebody there.
And right here, at the end of this little short hall there, I like to throw smoke because there's a lot of people. And the thing about this room is there's usually either a lot of people or none at all. So, right here we're going to flank to both sides of this little wall here, because there's usually a guy standing right there. And if he doesn't jump out, he will get you when you come around that corner. So it's best to try to flank him when you're doing co-op. And this part is the last really hard part. Split up for a second here. Acid's watching the bottom room, and I'm going up to the second floor. And we're actually pretty much in the same, looking at the same room. But I like to throw a smoke up here, because sometimes there'll be a person right around that corner, and it's really hard to not get killed by that guy when you don't smoke.
And if you noticed, if you're looking at the bottom, then the only real reason that people would be there is if they rappel down a fast rope. So if you don't see anybody, it's a good idea to go up top and help out that person.
And also, I threw my last smoke at this corner because I noticed, I said that we're going to come back to this part, 'cause this is where you go left when we go right, and there will be people there. See, I look forward to this second now, which is why I threw a smoke, because they will get right behind you if they can see you. Alright, so we're getting low on people a little bit. Just check around, watch your corners. And the top floor of this section is basically a big loop. You can just go right around it. It's very helpful when you're trying to find somebody. You can listen for the raffle, and other than that, they don't really have many ways of escaping you here.
Now, if you look on the right screen, Poison just went here, but I'm going to double check, and most of the time there are more people here.
Yeah, as you can tell, that guy just spawned.
So keep an eye out, and if you think that's over, think again.
And if there's one thing you gotta remember, never be sure any area in any map is clear. I can tell you how many times you'll get killed for assuming anything. Right here. Also, there's, in most sections of the second floor here, there's a good bit of cover. So if somebody's like across on the other side shooting at you, you can get to cover before they can take you down and get a kill shot on you from that distance. Down to 4 people. Just keep going around, keep moving, because if you stop, they'll be able to get a bead on you, and you do not want that. So if you see somebody down there, just get some shots at them. It's really hard to hide from you when they're down there, so try to use that to your advantage. Down to 2, and down to 1, and right here, you notice Acid was shooting at the last guy, but since it's a loop, I can go right around behind him and just flank him. And that's about it. This is a pretty tricky level, but once you get the hang of it and know they're going to jump out, it's not that bad. So it's about how you do it.